What's up everyone? Welcome back to A Momentum Money. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button because every Friday we're diving into real strategies for building wealth and creating financial momentum. So let's talk about freelancing in 2025, because here's the truth that nobody's really saying out loud. Freelancing isn't just some side hustle you do to make a few extra bucks anymore. It's become a legitimate wealth building machine if you know how to do it right. I know people who are making $15,000, $20,000, even $30,000 a month as freelancers, working from their laptops, choosing their own clients, setting their own schedules. And before you think these are just unicorn cases or people with some crazy specialized skill, let me stop you right there. Most of them started exactly where you probably are right now, with the skills, some free time, and a hunger to build something better. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's easy. It's not, but it is simple. And today I'm going to break down the exact blueprint that took me from making maybe $1,000 a month when I first started freelancing to consistently hitting 5 figures. We're talking real strategies, real pricing models, and the mindset shifts that changed everything for me. Let's get into it. First thing we need to talk about is positioning. This is where most freelancers completely screw up, and honestly, it's why they stay stuck at those low rates forever. When I first started freelancing, I made the classic mistake. I tried to be everything to everyone. Writer? Sure. Designer? I can do that. Social media manager? Why not? And you know what happened? I attracted the worst clients who paid the least money because I looked like a desperate generalist who would do anything for a paycheck. Here's what changed everything for me. I niched down hard. Instead of being a general writer, I became a conversion copywriter specifically for SaaS companies. That's it. Super specific. And at first, I was terrified. I thought if I narrow down this much, I'll have fewer opportunities. But the opposite happened. Suddenly, I was an expert. When SaaS companies needed copy, they didn't want a general writer. They wanted someone who understood their industry, their customers, their specific challenges. And they were willing to pay premium rates for that. So here's your first step. Get specific. What's your skill? Great. Now, who specifically can you serve better than anyone else? What industry? What type of client? What specific problem do you solve? The reaches are in the niches. I know it's cliche, but it's true. A social media manager who specializes in real estate agents will make way more than a general social media manager. A graphic designer who only does branding for health and wellness startups will charge more than someone who just does graphic design. Pick your lane, own it. Become known for that one thing. Now let's talk about finding clients. Because you can be the best freelancer in the world, but if you can't find clients, you're not making any money. I'm going to share the 3 methods that have worked best for me and basically everyone I know who's crushing it in freelancing. Method 1 is cold outreach, but not the spammy kind. I'm talking about targeted, personalized outreach to companies you actually want to work with. Here's how I do it. I make a list of 20 to 30 companies that fit my ideal client profile. Then I research each one. I look at their website, their marketing, their content, and I find a specific problem I can solve for them. Not a generic "I can help your business grow" message. A specific observation about something they could improve. Then I send a short email, maybe 3 to 4 sentences. I mention the specific thing I noticed, I briefly explain how I could help fix it, and I ask if they're open to a quick conversation. That's it. The response rate on this? When done right, it's around 20 to 30%. Way higher than any spray and pray approach. And these are warm conversations with people who are actually interested. Method 2 is leveraging platforms, but strategically. I'm talking about Upwork, Fiverr, LinkedIn. A lot of freelancers hate on these platforms, and I get it. There's a lot of low-quality competition and race to the bottom pricing. But here's the thing, if you position yourself correctly, these platforms are gold mines. On Upwork, I don't bid on 50 jobs hoping one sticks. I spend time crafting the perfect profile that positions me as an expert. Then I only apply to high-quality projects where I can genuinely add massive value. My proposals are custom, specific, and focused on their results, not my credentials. I charge premium rates. And yeah, I don't win every bid, but I don't need to. I need to win a few high-paying clients, and that's exactly what happens when you position yourself as an expert instead of a commodity. LinkedIn is even better for building long-term client relationships. I post valuable content consistently, engage with my ideal clients' posts, and position myself as a thought leader in my niche. Clients literally reach out to me now. That's the power of consistent positioning. Method 3 is referrals and repeat clients. This is the holy grail because it costs you nothing and the trust is already built, but you have to earn it. I over-deliver for every single client. I don't just do what they ask. I look for ways to add extra value. I communicate proactively. I meet deadlines early. And at the end of every project, I ask for 2 things: a testimonial and a referral. Most of my highest paying clients came through referrals from previous clients. Someone vouching for you is worth more than any portfolio or marketing you could ever do. Alright, now let's get into pricing because this is where the real money is made or lost. When I first started, I charged hourly, $25 an hour, and I thought I was doing great. Then I realized something. The faster I got at my work, the less money I made. I was literally being penalized for being efficient. That's insane. So I switched to project-based pricing and everything changed. Instead of selling hours, I started selling outcomes. A client doesn't care if a project takes me 5 hours or 50 hours. They care about the result. Here's my pricing framework now. I figure out what result the project will deliver for the client. If my copy is going to help them generate an extra $50,000 in revenue, what's that worth to them? Probably way more than a few $100. So I price based on value, not time, and I anchor my pricing high. I'd rather charge $5,000 for a project and land 2 clients a month than charge $500 and meet 20 clients. Less client management, more money, better quality of work. And here's a pricing strategy that most freelancers never think about: packages. Instead of custom coding every single project, I created 3 standard packages: good, better, best. This makes decision making easier for clients and positions the middle option as the most popular, which is usually my highest margin offering. The other thing I did was add retainers to my business model. Instead of one-off projects, I pitched monthly retainer agreements to clients who needed ongoing work. Retainers are beautiful because they give you predictable income. You know exactly how much is coming in each month, which makes planning so much easier. Right now, about 60% of my income comes from retainers. That's my foundation. Then project work on top of that is bonus income that lets me scale beyond my base. Now let's talk about the scaling part, because getting to 5,000 a month is one thing. Getting to 10 or 15,000 is another level. Here's what I learned. You can't scale by just working more hours. There's a ceiling to that. So you have to start thinking like a business owner, not just a freelancer. The first way I scaled was raising my rates. Every 6 months, I increase my prices for new clients, not by a crazy amount. Maybe 10 to 20%, but it adds up. The clients who value quality will pay it. The ones who don't, they weren't your ideal clients anyway. The second way was productizing my services. Instead of starting from scratch with every client, I created systems and templates. For copywriting projects, I have a proven process. I have templates for research, outlines, first drafts. This lets me deliver faster without sacrificing quality, which means I can take on more clients. The third way, and this is huge, was hiring help. I brought on a virtual assistant to handle administrative stuff: client communications, invoicing, scheduling. Then I hired a junior freelancer to handle smaller tasks that didn't require my expertise. This freed up my time to focus on high-value work and client acquisition. I'm not doing everything anymore. I'm running a freelance business, and that mindset shift is everything. Let me get real with you for a second about the mindset side of this, because it matters just as much as the tactical stuff. When I first started charging premium rates, I had massive imposter syndrome. Who was I to charge thousands of dollars for a project? What if I wasn't good enough? What if the client thought I was overpriced? But here's what I realized. Your rates aren't just about your skill level. They're about the value you deliver and the confidence you have in that value. If you don't believe you're worth premium rates, why would anyone else? I had to shift from an employee mindset to an entrepreneurial mindset. I wasn't just trading time for money anymore. I was solving problems, I was delivering results, and results are valuable. Another mindset shift was around rejection. I used to take every no personally. Now I see it as filtering. Every no gets me closer to the right yes. Not every client is meant for me, and that's okay. So here's what I want you to do. If you're serious about building a freelance business that hits 5, 10, 15,000 a month, pick 3 things from this video and implement them this week. Maybe it's niching down and rewriting your positioning. Maybe it's sending 10 personalized cold outreach emails. Maybe it's restructuring your pricing to value-based instead of hourly. Whatever it is, take action. Because freelancing in 2025 isn't about hoping clients find you. It's about strategically positioning yourself, delivering insane value, and building momentum. If this was helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more wealth building strategies every Friday, and drop a comment below telling me what freelance skill you're monetizing or want to monetize. I read every comment, and I'm here to help you build this. Remember, wealth is about momentum. Small strategic actions that compound into massive results. You've got everything you need to build this. Now go execute. I'll see you in the next one. Keep building that momentum. Claude is AI and can make mistakes. Please double check